Hi and welcome to this week's Sent You a Message, which once again promises to bring you an uneasy blend of zany humour and cloying sentimentality.
I think you got us confused with Scrubs again. Why are we in the kitchen?
I don't know anything, it's a cutaway. Do something zany.
We haven't got time for this. One of those box sets back tomorrow.
And that's when I realized that, despite his good heart, Andy could never love Scrubs the way I do.
Oi! On with the questions. Okay, first question this week is from Plum Reaver, who wants to know about games expos happening in the UK.
Yeah, well, there are quite a few coming to the UK this year. First up, we've got the Edinburgh Interactive Festival, which starts on the 13th of August and runs until the 14th of August, and is basically for consumers and industry people alike, and those who are just generally interested in the culture of video games. And that's going to be attended by the likes of Activision and Sega.
Yep, there's the London MCM Expo, which is coming to the London Excel Centre on the 24th and 25th of October. That's going to have a game section and it's going to be supported by the likes of Ubisoft, Activision, Capcom and Eidos.
Shortly after that, we have the Eurogamer Expo, which this time is split between the north and south of England. The first leg takes place on the 27th and 28th of October in Leeds, and then it moves over to London for the 30th and 31st of October. This one's very much game-focused, and you'll be able to get hands-on time with the likes of Brutal Legend, Beatles Rock Band, Tekken 6, and many, many more. Now, both the MCM and the London leg of the Eurogamer Expo are actually part of the London Games Festival, which runs from October 24th.
Yeah, it also takes in the gamesindustry.biz careers fair, which is the perfect place to go if you're looking for advice on how to get a career in the games industry.
Next up we have Ferno Fry, who wants to know the latest on Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. Good question, because this was announced a long time ago and things have been very quiet since.
Well, yeah, we do have a bit more information about the superhero team-up game, which has just switched developers from Raven Software to Vicarious Visions. They were showing off the game at Comic-Con, showing off a new trailer as well, and there were a few new characters announced, including Gambit, Iron Fist, Songbird and the Green Goblin. Also new is the fusion combination of powers, which lets characters combine their powers to create new attacks.
The game will follow the epic Civil War story arc, which centres around the Superhuman Registration Act. In the game, players are able to choose between the pro-registration side, headed by goody-goodies Iron Man and Mr. Fantastic, with Songbird following them, or the anti-registration side led by Captain America and Luke Cage, with Iron Fist working alongside them too. Multiple endings are available, and they're determined by the side chosen at the beginning of the game. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 looks like it's going to be a marked improvement over the original game, with improvements to the graphics and gameplay, as well as a very, very strong storyline as its base. So, if you didn't pick up the first one, or you just weren't that impressed by it, this might just turn you around.
Okay, next question is from Fopamoa, who has recently moved countries and found they're not able to use their Xbox Live account. And he wants to know if there's any measures being taken to get rid of what is known as geofencing.
Yeah, well, we've spoken to some guys on the inside and we've got a little statement back from them, which is quite nice. So they said there's a track ongoing right now where they are looking at the migration of accounts. They understand that people do move countries and there's a growing need for the ability to be able to move your Xbox Live account with it. However, it's not that simple. They need to improve things like language support in each country for unconnected and connected accounts, and also provide the correct licenses to content owners and so on and so forth. It's important to ensure that we are catering for the market that moves, and there'll be more on this to come soon, hopefully. Nal400 really enjoyed the game adaptation of Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, probably more than the movie, I'd wager. And he wants to know if there's going to be any more downloadable content for it coming to Live Marketplace in the near future.
Well, yep, there will be downloadable content for the game coming to Live Marketplace. It's going to feature over 10 new multiplayer characters. And these are going to include ultimate fan favourites such as the Generation 1 Starscream, and movie favourites including Soundwave, Old School Optimus Prime and Sideswipe.
There's also going to be 3 all-new multiplayer maps, and you'll be able to play as some of the new characters in both the Autobot and Decepticon single-player campaigns.
There's also a new expert difficulty mode, which is going to have a fresh set of leaderboards to challenge the more experienced gamers in the single-player campaigns, as well as new achievements. Cha-ching! Next up, Jack Mazes is asking what the Games on Demand lineup will be.
Yeah, you may remember from last week's episode that we mentioned that the new dashboard update is on its way on August the 11th, and that's going to include Games on Demand, which allows you to download full retail games directly from Xbox Live Marketplace. There's going to be a stack load of games at launch, so we've put together a little montage to let you know what's coming up.
Remember, games on demand are not available in any shops.
Well, they are.
Well, yeah, they are available in shops, but they're also available directly to your Xbox through Xbox Live Marketplace.
Okay, next up we have the interestingly monikered Baguettes of War, who wants to know if the recently announced Halo Legends is going to be a game or a movie.
Well, it's neither really. It's a series of 7 short animated films which deal with various aspects of Halo lore. All of them are being produced by the cream of Japanese animation studios, including Production IG, which did the animated sequences in Kill Bill, you might remember them from that, Studio 4C and Toei Animation.
Yep, Bungie's Frank O'Connor is working with anime legends Shinji Aramaki, who worked on the recent CG reboot of Appleseed, and Mamoru Oshii, who is known for the infamous Ghost in the Shell. It's said that the shorts will range from the history of the Spartans, the entire 100,000-year history of the Halo universe, pretty ambitious for a short if you ask me, and a non-canon short that pokes fun at the game's better-known characters.
You'll actually have to wait till 2010 for it to come out, but we reckon you'll be too busy wrapped up in ODST's multiplayer to notice the passage of time.
Finally, viewer Iraqi Citizen is perturbed by Super Kalo's stony demeanour and wants to know why he never laughs.
Well, that is ridiculous slander. I laugh all the time. Happy birthday, Dan. Morning. Ouch. Yeah, just in there. Big pile of free games. Take as many as you want. Go on, yeah.
Where are they? There's no games here. Only lies. No, not lies. Lies!
Well, that's it for this week's SentUAMessage. Send your questions to the game tag SentUAMessage or SentUAMessage@hotmail.com.
Don't forget the Twitter.
Yeah,
good.
or you can tweet us
Some walls
at
are turned up.
SentUAMessage.
Maybe that'll help.
We'll see you next time.
Oh my God, this is helping! Ah!